Hello, Doominators. My name is Doow, and today I have a commentary for you. I haven't done one of these in a while, mainly because I haven't had a lot of stuff that I've really wanted to talk about, but today I do, and as you can see, you are watching some Assassin's Creed, and I don't usually upload videos of games like this, mainly because I don't really want to condone violent video games, but that doesn't mean that I think that it's bad to play video games, but nevertheless, that's what we are talking about. As you can see from the title, we are talking about violent video games and if they can make you more aggressive or things like that. And there are a few people, I'm sure that you've heard, that have said that's what video games do and they need to ban certain things. But I guess why I wanted to talk about this is because I did a paper for school on this topic, if I thought video games could make kids, teenagers, violent. And there's actually quite a lot of research on it. There's over 1,200 studies on video games and the effects that they can have on teens. So just sit back and enjoy this gameplay as I talk about this topic. I'm pretty bad at Assassin's Creed, as you'll see. I die quite a few times, but I know it's kind of a difficult game that I haven't played a lot. But anyways, let's get into this. First, I want to start looking at a couple of studies that I researched on that I think will kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. There was a study done that was published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. In this study, they took 70 teenagers and had them play either a violent video game or a non-violent game for about 25 minutes. After the time was up, the teenagers were shown either neutral pictures or violent pictures. They would see, for example, a picture of a man on a bike or a picture of a man with a gun. While they did this, though, scientists were watching and measuring their brainwave activity. The results showed that the people who played the violent video games did not react as much to the violent pictures as the people who played non-violent games. And I guess what these results basically mean is that the people who played violent video games were becoming desensitized or insensitive to the violent pictures, which is pretty much just meaning like they're not really bothered by violent video games at all. But you might think that's not really a bad thing, which actually that study is kind of, I don't know. I mean, you can definitely trust it. The problem I have with it is they only played for 25 minutes, which isn't very long. But, I mean, it is kind of bad maybe if someone gets killed in front of you and you don't feel anything. But, I mean, they could also not say that because it's pictures. But, nonetheless, that is our first study that kind of shows that there is a change. Something happens when you're playing these violent games that makes you not care as much when you see violence as if you were just playing non-violent games. But now let's look at the second study, which I think was a little better, a little bit more convincing. In this study, psychological researchers from Brock University in Canada used 15,000 teenagers from Ontario High School. That's why I think it's a little bit more convincing. 15,000. Half of the subjects were boys and half were girls even. They had all of them self-report their aggressive behaviors throughout the 4 years. This included stuff like punching, kicking, shoving, violent things of that sort. The results showed that the kids who played violent video games were more aggressive than those who did not. Now, as I said, I think this study can really kind of more show that there is something that's going on when you're playing violent video games. Now, I'm not saying that that means that you're going to start killing people, as some people suggest that, you know, the shooters from Connecticut and Colorado, that they were video game players and that is the reason that they're shooting. And I mean, I guess that could be a part of it, but that's probably something really rare. I don't think that's just going to happen because you play video games. But I think this is something that arises that we need to be careful of, and all of us should be careful of. I think it kind of shows that you shouldn't just play video games, violent video games, for 7 hours non-stop every day, or even just 4 hours. Because I think that has to put something of a little imprint of just violence in your behavior and in your mind, and other people might see that aggression that you might have because of that. And I mean, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, those really aren't even super violent games. You are killing people, but there's even more violent games that I haven't played that I'm sure some of you have played, where, you know, there's tons of blood and it's gory and you're cracking people's necks and tons of different ways. So I think those kind of games, I mean, if you like to see that blood and stuff, I just think that could maybe be a little bit of a problem. So I think that if you guys do play violent video games, definitely just, I mean, watch yourself. Don't let yourself play too often. And actually, this is kind of why, you know, Nosh Marcus, the creator of Mojang Minecraft, he, I think, was nominated for this reason to be the most influential person. Actually, he was second most influential person of 2013. And I think it's because he made a game, Minecraft, that was more about creating than killing. It was like the first game to go huge that wasn't really violent. And that's why he became the most, or second most influential person, because he made a game that actually, you know, helped the teens and kids' minds be more creative and really can help with other areas of life, where being violent and playing video games like that, I'm not sure how much that can help you in other areas of life. So don't just get angry at me because I'm not just telling you to stop playing video games. I mean, I think certain people are probably affected more than others by violent games, kind of depending on your family and just how you're taught. Because, I mean, when I play a violent video game, I don't think about killing anyone or being violent whatsoever. So, I mean, it kind of depends who you are. I'd just say that you should watch it and not play violent video games too often. And I know some of you will probably disagree with me. I mean, this is a pretty controversial subject, but this is just my opinion on it. So hopefully you can respect that. And you probably won't see any more Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty shooting games on my channel, just because I don't really play those games that much, and I don't really want to just have violent video games on my channel when I know lots of other channels, I'm sure you guys have played them. So this is just my opinion. You can take it or leave it. I mean, there definitely needs to be more studies in this area to really know more about it. The studies really don't help all that much. It's kind of just what you see, I guess. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and hopefully I'll have another one soon. Be sure to comment what you think below. Give the video a like, and thanks for watching.
I need to get on stage.